Here are psychological facts about your crushes that you probably didn't know. Let's jump right into it. First, people are more likely to have deeper conversations at night because they are more tired. It has been commonly advised to text your crush or take them on a date in the evening because this will cause them to open up more. If they are opening up to you, then they will begin to slowly fall for you. Here's the second. Some people, when falling for somebody, tend to suppress those feelings. But when you try to hide those emotions, you are only subcommunicating to yourself that those feelings are strong, or else you wouldn't try to hide them, which only causes those feelings to grow. Here's the third, and this is the biggest one. The more you talk about your crush to other people, the stronger your feelings get for them. This is why being mysterious is crucial. If you're not always texting back, taking your time, and this will cause them to wonder about you. Usually this causes them to start talking about you to their friends, which means that the more they talk about you, the more they fall for you. How to stop being nervous around your crush. Guys, let's be real one-on-one for a moment. Most guys, when they meet a girl, they do not see the girl. What do you see? Be honest. You see their curves, intimacy, and physical attraction. I heard this great analogy from Jason Capital. This is natural not only for everybody, but especially for guys. They naturally look for physical attraction. Guys tend to put girls in boxes. Girls I'd be with versus girls I would not be with. The only problem is that, probably since middle school and even high school, you've developed a pattern, being nervous around the girls that I would. Now you're not even responding to her, but every single girl that you've put into that box. Instead of auto-placing her in that box upon looking at her, tell yourself that you know nothing about her, so you cannot place her there just yet. Become ultimately curious, instead of fearing the rejection. If you are led by your curiosity, it will create a huge amount of attraction. If you are genuinely curious from a non-needy place, this will cause them to be curious about you. Curiosity equals attraction, which means this will form a solid connection. Here are things that girls will do when they like you. When I was a club promoter, there were signals that we saw girls casually give off when they are attracted to a guy. Most people, and especially guys, will never even know these. First, if you walk into a party and she didn't even know you were coming, she will react with a smile or even a blush. She will definitely become flustered. A bonus is if her friends react. If she starts looking at her friends, that means she talks about you to them. The second is that if you're all in a group, let's say somebody says something, she will a lot of the time look at you for your reaction. This is known as mirroring. We psychologically tend to like others who are similar to ourselves, so they are mirroring you in order to stand out. Finally, 3, when she is talking to you alone, she is probably very shy and awkward, but also seems very happy and excited at the same time. She may even laugh a lot, but probably won't talk much until you open her up more. It's almost like she doesn't want you to know her feelings, just in case that you do not feel the same way as she does. Here are tricks to getting over your ex as fast as possible. Realize the longer the relationship, the more pain you'll feel, which means it'll take longer to recover. You most likely aren't the one to break it off. Maybe they left you after 8 years, or they even cheated on you. You may have thought they were the one, and I'm not saying they are or are not. What I'm asking is that if they were the one, why aren't they here when you need them the most? It's true that you probably will not find anybody just like them. This means you can find someone better suited for you. There's a quote that goes like this: the fastest way to get over somebody is to get under somebody else. That may be funny, but I do not recommend that. Jumping into something else means that you're avoiding reality. What caused the breakup? Did you have insecurities? If you had any issues, then deal with those first. The majority of people in a relationship tend to make the other person the center of their life. They stop spending time with friends and family. Bring those people back into your life. Let go of the items they gave you, or else you will be constantly reminded of them. This slows the recovery process. Here are psychology tricks to starting a conversation with anybody. If you want to build a connection with a stranger, it is way better to go up and ask for a small favor first, rather than trying to be all nice and friendly to them. This is called the Ben Franklin effect. Let's say a guy's at the bar and he wants to go up and talk to a girl. Instead of coming in and saying, "Hey, how are you doing tonight?" ask for the small favor. "Hey, can you pass me that straw really quick?" This changes the entire perception of the conversation. Now you can walk away. But what happens when you come back a few minutes later and then you try to talk to her? Their wall is down because they did you a favor. Subconsciously, they are telling themselves, "I wouldn't be doing them a favor unless I already like them." Now you can jump right into one of the best cold reads. "You're not from around here, are you?" And then you start to banter back and forth. Their new perception of you is that you must have value. This changes the entire dynamic of the conversation and makes it way easier to build a connection. How girls will test a man's confidence and how to pass. Most guys think when a girl is testing, then it must mean rejection, and most guys tend to get upset or mad. But a test is a really good thing because it means she is emotionally reacting to you. She isn't sure yet, but making her respond emotionally is a huge step in making them desire you. It is easy to fake attractive qualities. That is exactly what women test for. They see you're acting confident, so they will throw a test in there to see if you're congruent with your actions. When he receives the test, this will tell her a lot about him, and if he's able to handle handle it, then she will begin to fall for him. If you receive a test, not only does it mean you're attractive, but it's also an opportunity. If you pass her test, she will become more attracted to you. Do not get emotionally reactive. Let's say at one point during the conversation you make her laugh, then she slides a test in there. You're so dumb. You should respond like this. Whoa, I need you to tone down the flirting. I know you can't help yourself around me. While you physically escalate, this will make her crazy. Here is one simple tactic to make her chase you. Let's say, for example, you're super into rock music, and you're talking to a girl where country music is like her entire world. Most guys would say, oh yeah, I love country music too, because they are trying to have something in common with her. She may or may not realize, but you just qualified yourself to her by changing who you are just to please her. If you actually like that kind of music, then it doesn't matter. But throughout the entire conversation, every time she explains herself, you're like this. Oh yeah, me too. Oh, me too. Oh yeah, me too. This means you're chasing them, but you want the girl to qualify herself to you. You are looking for investment in the conversation, for her to flirt back, for her to give you compliments, and to even touch you. Rather than asking for qualification, you can use the old school mystery routine. Yeah, you're a pretty girl, but beauty is common. What would you say besides your looks would make a man want to get to know you better? If they start explaining themselves, it means they're investing into you. Here are the biggest mistakes that guys make when talking to girls. Most guys are making these mistakes, and it is completely ruining their chances. If you eliminate these, then you will become the best option. First, asking if she is talking to other guys. If you ask this, you are indirectly telling her how into her you are. This takes the mystery that creates attraction and totally evaporates it. Also, this usually comes off as insecure. It's telling her that you're actually worried about these guys, which makes her start to believe that you're not the best option. The second mistake, treating her like she's your girlfriend way too early. It is human nature that we tend to value more what we have to work for. So if you give everything from the start, it will naturally devalue everything you do from now on. The third mistake, complimenting her way too much. You hardly see a genuine compliment anymore. Most of the time, people compliment because they want something. Most guys throw fake compliments in there, but a genuine compliment looks like this. Hey, you looked really good in that dress last night. Here's what to do if she cancels on your date. Some people have a legitimate excuse, but let me clear up some major confusion. If they really wanted to go out with you, then they would reschedule. But if they cancel, I'm so sorry, I just don't feel good, you're probably gonna hate. But they do not offer to reschedule, then there's a few reasons. She could be losing interest. It also could be a test. She could have had low interest from the start. Do not get emotional with her. Don't tell her that you got a brand new haircut for her, that you made these fancy reservations. The fact that you're not upset that she canceled shows that you're high value and that you're probably social proofed. If she says that she's sick or something like that, just say this: I hope you feel better. Let me know when you are and we can plan something then. Then wait about 7 to 10 days. Ask her again. Text back and forth about 2 to 3 times. Then ask, when are you free to get together? Maybe throw a tease in there. I was thinking we go to a nice vegetable restaurant to, boost your immunity. If she makes an excuse the second time you ask, then simply move on. If she does this through text, then she definitely likes you. If you are experiencing any of these, chances are she wants you to make a move. First, if you're replying fast, then you get busy. She will send something else to get your attention back. Or she will say this: you seem busy today, we can talk later. She is hoping that you will tell her that you want to talk to her. But if you actually are busy, then tell her this: I have to finish this up, but if you're lucky, we can FaceTime later. Second, when a girl knows she looks good, if she dresses up, she will send you pictures, selfies, and pictures of her outfit. If you tell her you like a certain color, she will wear it just to send you a picture with the caption, wearing your favorite color. Number 3, if another girl happens to come up in conversation, let's say another girl tried to hit on you, or you're just talking about a friend, then she will go from happy to talk to you to cold and distant. Yeah, okay, cool. If you get her to admit her jealousy, then reply with this: why don't you come over here and claim what's yours then? Here are text messages plus examples that will make any guy fall for you. Girls, you can easily use this for manipulation, so I'm trusting you that you use these for good. The first one is simple. If he tells you good night, then you respond with this: good night, I'll text you tomorrow. Guys are very logical. They tend to like certainty. Texting him like this will make him feel like you're beginning to like him more. 2, if he asks you, what are you doing? Or what's up? Then reply with this: just missing you. Even if he's in a bad mood, he will not be able to help himself. He will have to flirt with you back. Most men love when a girl can be flirty just like that. The third is if the conversation's kind of dry. Maybe he sends you hey with nothing else. Maybe he's also in a bad mood. Then you text this: I was just thinking about you. Maybe even throw a little blushing emoji in there. This will take any bland conversation and turn it into a hot and passionate conversation just like that.